Hello everyone, today we are in this area of Newcrest where we have the lake, where we have a lot of big lots, like literally huge ones. And today I wanted to build a house down on this lot. This is the only decently sized lot. It's not too huge, it's just 20 by 30 lot. So here I wanted to build a house. And I wanted to make it kind of similar with all of these two of them houses, because that one is just my legacy house, but these two houses, they are kind of modern. They have a lot of these huge like pillars, they have a lot of glass around them. So we are gonna build a 40k house in here. I just decided to remove from here 2000 simoleons for the price of the lot. So this house with the lot itself is gonna be 40k. So I'm gonna get started. So I want to go for like kind of simple shape, but not too simple, because too simple is going to be a little bit boring for me. And we will have like something like that. And we will have our entryway like this. And up here we will have like planter. Well, we have some plants, obviously. Planter with some plants, otherwise it wouldn't be a planter. I have an idea already, so it's not going to be too difficult for me. And I'm going to stick here a stair to the second floor right away. This stair will go almost right against this corner, and in here I thought that I have two options. Either I have a bathroom kind of sneaked into this corner, or I can have a kitchen in this corner, and I think that I'm gonna go for kitchen. And about these parts in the entryway, yes, this house will have a lot of platforms, but in the entryway I'm gonna place a platform like this, and we are gonna have like a step toward the front of the lot. And about the backyard, I was thinking that we are gonna have a kind of raised up backyard up here. Yeah, just like that. That's gonna be simple enough. And in here I wanted to stick another one of these planters. This may be kind of silly, but yeah, I want here a lot of planters like that. So this is another planter. And for this part we are gonna have like some kind of a privacy fence. For now I'm not sure. And about the second floor, I think that mostly I'm just gonna copy what we have on the first floor, but I'm gonna remove this bump out, because I think that as for this bump out, I'm just gonna make it like a divided piece of platform, like that. And as for this part, I think that on the second floor we will have like one bedroom, and in my plans, in my head, this is a one bedroom house. You can tell me that it's silly, that is not enough for a 40k house, that is not so much, and I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be still a one bedroom house. This part I think is gonna be half walls only, like that, and not a bump out on the side of the house, so that this part doesn't look so sad and boring. In here we will have another one of the columns, and on top of all the house I think that we are just gonna have one big platform, like that. And now I think let us go and figure out the floor plan. So my idea for the second floor was kind of simple. I'm just gonna fence this area out. We are gonna have a pillar down here, and I'm gonna remove the floorings on this part. So this is like our huge bedroom part. And I think that I will need to make it smaller, because I think that I overdid that with the size a little bit. So I'm gonna shrink it all a little bit, or maybe not that little, just like that maybe. Smaller kitchen will do as well, so that we will have kind of smaller now bedroom. In here we can have some kind of a desk nook, and this is going to be our kind of big bathroom, and we might need the bathroom on the second floor, because otherwise it's going to be not so fun. As for the entryway to the house, I think that I will go a lot for this like light wood with some whites, so that it will look kind of boring, but it will look decent, I hope. As for this part, I think there is no question what we are gonna do. I'm just gonna go for some eco lifestyle windows, and they look kind of modern, so if I go for a couple of these windows, it's gonna look okay. And I think that we will benefit if I'm gonna raise this platform a little bit, somehow like that, so at least it covers that this window is not that tall. And about these patches, I think that we will make them all green. I'm gonna make this house kind of partly eco. At least I hope. I always hope that it's gonna be good, but I'm always not sure if it will. And now I think let us go and figure out some of the windows on the inside, and let us go and figure out most of the interior, because now I think it's gonna be kind of easy for me. So in this snack, I think I'm gonna have my kitchen. I think that we might benefit from a couple of snowy escape windows, so because they look big but they don't look like huge. and I'm gonna measure them with some counters. And as for the counters, I think that for a slight change, we might use some Dream Home Decorator counters. I think we can even have a couple of island pieces. That's not gonna be so bad. Upper cabinets, I will need to use the different ones. So these are not the same set, these are different sets, but I will have to use the different ones so that it will look cute, but in the same time I will not have like this shelf on the bottom so that I cannot place it above the ventilation. It would look silly. So I'm just gonna have here these pieces. And I'm gonna go for more beige options. I'm gonna leave the white fridge because it's kind of a universal choice for me. And the same for the stove and the upper cabinets. I think that we might make them all light wood as well. And that's gonna be the kitchen. And I think that we'll have several chairs in here, so at least we will be able to sit in here three sims. Of course, we won't have here three sims, but we will be able to sit here three sims. So that's my plan. And about the doors, I was thinking about either this one from the Deslux or I was thinking about the one from the Eco Lifestyle. And I think that I'm gonna go for the Eco Lifestyle because I know for sure that I'm gonna use here quite a lot of Eco Lifestyle. I already do, so that's okay. And my favorite columns are from Get Together, so I will have to use them, otherwise it's not my house. And about some plants, I think that we can plant here some lavender that we have in the base game. I'm just gonna play them several times and a couple of blooming ones so it doesn't look too purple, but it looks green enough for me. Just make it kind of unified so that it looks cute but not too much. Like that. And I think that in this part of the house we are just gonna have our living room, so I'm not sure that we literally do need any of that much of a decor up here, especially on the sides. I think that I'm just gonna go for some windows and panels. Maybe right from the entrance we can have a nice dining room up here. And I'm now not sure that we even do need these bar stools. So first thing, what I need to do is we need to color the floorings. And somehow lately I do not like just plain white floorings. I prefer using some warm wood. And about these pieces, I'm just gonna place here this trim in the bottom. And about the fence, I was thinking about using that get together fence just because I like it for the builds like that. About our living area, I think that I might wanna divide it kinda somehow. But I think that for that I will need to use some seasons because I think that seasons, columns and spandrels are beautiful. Some of these get together columns so that it kind of divides the area, but the area is not like too divided, however weird it sounds. I don't think that I will need to place here any more walls or any more columns, but this way it's kind of already settled that this is the living room. And now I think that it's time for me to start worrying about the budget, so I'm gonna go for these cheap couches from the base game. They are not very comfortable for your sims, but I think that we can have like a couple on the opposite sides of the wall up here. I think up here we will have a wall hang TV, and I'm just gonna place this one for now and something in the bottom underneath that. I think that we will go for more dream home decorator up here, and I'm not placing here those big dream home decorator couches just because I think that they're a little bit too much, and I do not like this coffee table. I tried, I don't like that. We might even have here something like this from Seasons. I don't know if it's gonna look good in here. I don't think that it matches this style because everything else is kind of like cute and polished, and this is not cute and polished. I might use something like that, but I think it's a little bit too small for a living room this big because this living room turned out to be kind of big already. And now that I look at that, I think that I might actually switch it all around a little bit so it's gonna be a little bit more comfortable for my Sims. And we are gonna have our TV on this wall. In here we can have a couple of more of those snowy escape windows. I might fix it on the outside with some decor, so that's okay. Alright, dream home decorator it is. I don't know what else I can do about that. And about the living room carpet. We need the carpet. I think we can have some kind of this geometry in here. I think in here we'll place like a couple of corner cabinets, and I'm not sure if I should have these bar stools in here. I think that we will benefit from just having a kitchen up here. And we might even have a dream home decorator stove, like this cooking surface, I think somewhere up here. and also the built-in stove like that. It's not visible on the other side, so it's kind of perfect for that purpose. And about the living dining, not living we already kind of figured out. About the living room, so I was thinking that we might have here either a round table or something like that. And this is a little bit too school for me, and I'm not sure that the horse ranch had the swatch that I would like in here, and especially since it's a round table, it doesn't kind of match the vibe of this house. I really like this table from Get Famous, so I might even use it in here, and I think that maybe I will benefit from having no island in this kitchen and stick a trash can like that, and I couldn't even see if it's the front or the back of the trash can. And more open kitchen is better, and now I can afford to place the chairs all the way around my table, and that's not going to be a little bit too cluttered. So that's all the benefits. And we might go for some yellow accents around the house, because for now I still did not figure out the accent color for the house. And now I also think that we might have some kind of a statement light right above our dining table. So that's going to be like our dining area. And here we have open space, just a big and open entryway. And that doesn't look so good, is it? I don't think that it looks really good for now. And we do not have a downstairs bathroom, so that is kind of a little bit of a flop. But I think that that is not so bad. Like, I plan on having only one bedroom, so it's okay if you need to go through the bedroom to the bathroom. Is it? I think that it is. So I'm not gonna even bother with that. I'm not even gonna worry about that. So I think that that's okay. And I think that it's time for me to color all of the walls. So I think that we might go for some boring beige, and maybe we will have a couple of accents wall somewhere around the house. That's not gonna be bad. At least that shouldn't be bad. And about the tiles, I think that I'm gonna go for some simple base game tiles, because I don't think that it's gonna be really wise on my side to maybe figure out something a little bit too much. So, or we might go for this one. It kind of matches the style. It's not like completely the same style, but it kind of matches the style. So that is not bad. And I think that in the kitchen we might have used the same one, and I kind of like that it looks like a little tiny trim just a little bit above our cabinets. So I might really consider using this one. And I might even go for some brown, because that's gonna look cute, I think. I'm gonna stick a column up here. I'm gonna raise it up a little bit so that it all matches together. I think that the entryway I'm gonna leave partly empty, because I don't want to figure out something like too fancy for the entryway. I just think that it's gonna be like a waste of my money and of my effort. And now that I've finished mostly with the bottom floor, I think that I might go for the bedroom. And as for the bedroom, I kind of have an idea. I was thinking about having a bed up here, like you go up the stairs directly to the bedroom. I know it's silly. I think that that's kind of fancy, so I might do it like that. About the door to the bathroom, I'm gonna go for some more dream home decorator. I think apparently I'm using it here a lot. Another dream home decorator desk. I think that we might go for more dream home decorator chairs, and we might go for this yellow one. That's gonna look cute. And I might switch the bed to a dream home decorator one as well, because in that pack we have quite a lot of decent beds. Like this one, it's kind of minimalistic looking, or maybe this one. This one is looking a little bit more expensive for me, even though this one is better, but I'm gonna place here a cheaper bed just because it looks better. So that's what I'm thinking about that. And I'm gonna place here a couple of side cabinets, maybe just one. On this side we do not really need to have anything, because it's just like the entryway to the second floor. Up here, I'm just gonna stick some decor. I don't think that I'm gonna stick all that much stuff around here, because I just think that that's gonna be a little bit too much. And I do not want to bother with the closets from the dream home decorator, just because they are still a little bit glitchy, and I do not want to bother with something being glitchy. I'm gonna do here something that a lot of people do hate, but I'm gonna stick here a mirror on the opposite side of the bed, like directly by the middle of the bed. And I'm sorry for that, but I don't see a problem with that. I think that that's okay. Like, it's okay to have a mirror in here. You do not look to the bottom of your feet when you are sleeping. You can look on the side, and this way you can see yourself in the reflection. That can be creepy, I think. That can be more creepy than seeing yourself, I don't know, if you look at the bottom of your feet, it's gonna be like, oh, I wanna intentionally look at my feet. And we do not really need to do that. So, all right, I think that what we'll need to do is figure out the colors for our exterior. And I don't think that that's gonna be like that much time. I'm just gonna place here some stucco so that we'll have just some white wall all the way around. We are just gonna match the gym next door, and that's gonna be okay. I think that I'm gonna make it like that. So now that we kind of have our exterior figured out, I think that I'm gonna go and add some details to the exterior, like some trims, some stuff like that. And about these parts, like you see, there is no trim, and I can place trim only all the way around. And that kind of looks a little bit controversial, and I don't really like that. So I might stick in here, like these tiny half walls on the edges where I want my trim. And now you see, I have a tiny room up here. So now the game thinks that it's a separated room. Now I can place a trim only for this room. So if I'm gonna stick it here, you see, I have no trim on all other sides of the building, but I have trim down on this room. A tiny pro tip if you do not know how to make like trims more customizable, and this way it's much easier. Like, I highly recommend this way of placing trim. Of course, it kind of spends some of your money, and placing trims like that can be a little bit annoying, but the Sims is limited in some aspects, so sometimes we need to do what we can. And I use it all the time when I build some kind of community lots, because in the community lots you literally can afford like any amount of money. So in community lots, that is not a problem for sure. And that must be like our house, the majority of it done. And now I need to figure out our deck, because for our tiny deck, I think that we'll have like an open backyard, so it's like a back door from your house, and here like you are gonna have some kind of an open patio. And I know that it's not really safe, but that's what I want to do in here. As for some more necessities, so we'll need a trash can. I think I'm gonna stick it somewhere up here, or it's gonna be better hidden up here in the corner behind the house, like that, so it's like literally out of the way. As for the front of the house, we might need a mailbox, and as I'm already using Get Together, I think that I can use a Get Together mailbox, and that's gonna look okay. And let me go back and figure out the rest of the inside. So I still do not have any kind of tile in the bathroom, and I need to fix that because we need tile in the bathroom, and I think that I might benefit from this yellow one from the growing together. I think I can use the same tile in the kitchen, and we still do not have our entryway figured out, so I might go and do that right now. Or first thing first, I think that we might stick some tiny decor up here on the desk, at least some books, like that. And I hope that the grid doesn't bother you all that much, but I'm used to building with the grid all the time. I might stick by our beds maybe some kind of cute lamp somewhere like here in the corner. That's gonna be good, like above our nightstand. I might stick here some more clutter, like from the booknet kit we have this kind of tray that looks cute. I want to leave my bedroom kind of partly empty. I don't want to overclutter that, because first of all, we have not that much money already, and I think that I will need to go back to the kitchen and maybe refurnish that a little bit so that it's gonna look a little bit more logically furnished. I'm gonna center the carpet with our entryway to the balcony, and we still need to figure out the balcony, by the way. And as for the balcony, I was actually thinking about placing here just maybe a couple of planters like that. And also I wanted to place here a telescope. In here it should be functional because it's a balcony, it's not indoors, but so that's gonna be like our balcony. So you can just plant some plants in here and watch the stars. As for decor, I don't think that we will be able to afford all that much. So I think that books up here is already a good thing. And about some accent walls. So for the accent walls, I was thinking about that dream home decorator triangles, these ones, like that, so that we have it at least in a couple of places, so that it doesn't look as sad and boring as it does right now. And up here, I think in the living room, we can place the same wall like that, so that at least we have some decor. And I figured that I still do not have any kind of plumbing, so I'm gonna sell a computer for now. I'm not sure that I can afford it right now. So as for the plumbing, I think I'm gonna use this toilet because it's a decent toilet. It looks cute and it's nice. It's just nice. I'm gonna use the tiny living mirror, the same, just it looks cute and it's kind of nice. And I would really love to use the shower tub combo, but it's our whole budget. So I'm gonna go for the most modern looking tub. And I'm sorry, but yeah, we will have here a tub, not a shower. And actually, maybe we should get a shower because shower is gonna be a little bit cheaper. And I'm gonna scoot it into the wall up here, make it beige maybe. No, make it white. That was a little bit more neutral. And I should stick here a big plant maybe. This one from the base game will do. And some more decor to the bathroom. I don't think that in this house we will be able to afford toilet paper, but I'm gonna try. And I'm gonna just hang here a wall hung towel so that at least we have something on the side of our sink, so that at least it's not so empty. So at least we have one towel, toilet paper, and a plant in our bathroom. About this room, I think that I'm gonna stick here this kind of plant, and for now it's literally useless desk, so sorry for that. And I think that I might also stick a corkboard up here by the desk. I like doing that because it's kind of cheap and it looks a little bit better than it does without that. As for our exterior, I think that I might benefit from some kind of a wall light up here. I might go for a couple of these lights. They do not give that much light, but they look okay, I think. And I'm gonna place the same lights downstairs, like that. And that must be actually pretty much it for the necessities. Like we have our bedroom kind of almost fully furnished, except for the fact that I wanted to place a tiny plant on the side of the bed. I cannot scoot close enough to that platform. Maybe it's gonna be a dream home decorator one. So this is our bedroom area, so it's kind of empty, but we have here a desk without computer, we have here a bathroom fully functional with only a shower, we have a telescope, a couple of planters, and we have a bed. Downstairs, we have a fully functional kitchen, and I think now that I might actually get rid of these sub cabinets, but for now I'm gonna leave them. And we might figure out some decor for this whole area, so I might stick here this plant. We have a big light above our dining area. I might stick some kind of a cute carpet underneath our dining area as well. I think maybe this one from the dream home decorator would go, or maybe this one is going to be a little bit better. It's the same one we have upstairs, but in just in different swatch. So we are kind of going from gray to yellow as we go toward this part. In here, I'm not placing any lights downstairs, but I think that's going to be like a grand entryway to the house. This is going to be our living room, but in the living room, we still did not figure out all of the necessities. Like I wanted to place here maybe something like that. Up here, I think that I'm just going to stick here this plant. It's kind of neutral looking. And I think that I might stick in here also some books underneath the TV. Also, I think that I might place in here a tiny little plant, this one from the base game. I might stick here this lamp in the beige, or no, because I don't like that it has dark base in all of the swatches. I might actually stick in here this simplest base game lamp, and I know that it's kind of obvious that I ran out of money when I was coming for this part. That is why I don't have all that much stuff up here. But when that happens sometimes, it's nothing to be worried about, is it? I don't think that it's something to be worried about, so I'm not worried about that. And as for our patio area, now that I look at that, I think that I might stick in here this fence on the sides so that it's kind of like a balcony now. It's not a patio anymore. And I ran out of money, so now I need to figure out a couple of ways to get some of it back. Maybe in some areas we just will not have these columns because in some areas there are literally just some kind of decorative pieces. They do not bring anything that much to the house. As for all other stuff, I want to leave the TV. I do not want to leave the house without that. About the outside, I wanted to place in here, I thought a chess table, but now I don't think that I will be able to afford that. So instead of a chess table, I can just stick in here some kind of a patio table so that at least you seems will be able to sit outside and eat in here. That's an expensive table. Maybe chess table it is. I'm just gonna stick it like that, and I'm just gonna place like a couple of the most simple chairs on both sides of that, like that. I'm not sure what else I can save my money on. Maybe we can buy some cheaper appliances for the kitchen, not that expensive fridge we had. Just gonna buy this one. It's actually now we have enough money to continue to finish furnishing all other house, so that's okay. I'm gonna bring the column here back. I'm gonna remove one in here. Like that, we have some more money to furnish the house and some more clutter. Oh, I think that we might benefit from a duck or maybe a chicken. That's like a theme lately. So yeah, we are gonna have here a duck. Apparently, it's a book lover house, like you see. We have books, 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 all about books, about something on the dining table. I think that we might benefit from this as a statement piece on the dining table. That's gonna look cute. And about the entryway, that looks extremely boring now, but I will try to figure something out based on the budget we have. So a tiny mirror down here, shoe rack, coat rack on this side, and maybe down here we can have an ottoman. That's gonna be cute, I think. And that's not gonna be base game because we don't have ottomans in the base game. Like we have ottomans in the base game, but we do not have ottomans I like in the base game. So I don't count them usually. And I might use either this square one, or I would really love to use this one, but I don't have enough money already for that. I think that I can save some more money if I replace some more appliances in the kitchen. This way I will be able to afford an ottoman I want, and I wanted this one. And I want to place a plant by the side of that. Something a little bit more bushy than the base game plant I've already placed around here. Maybe this will do. And it kind of like die almost directly on the other side of our entryway. And we might stick in here some kind of a tiny rack on the inside like that, so that we have like a proper formal entryway to into the house. It kind of looks sad and empty and like a waste of space, but we live in a quite a spacious house for this time. And I wanted to stick some clutter around in the kitchen, and I still did not do that. And how would the house be functional without a football? Like, no house without a football. Everywhere needs to be a football and paper towels, of course. These are necessities. And I can even place here this tiny thing from the Parenthood and about the fruit bowl. Fruit bowl, fruit bowl, fruit bowl. I do not want to place Parenthood one because I don't really like that and it's gonna look a little bit silly in the house like that. No, not a fruit bowl. That was an expensive one. And I think that I might even benefit from one more big and bushy plant somewhere outside here. Or maybe not bushy, or maybe something even like that, because I don't think that I've ever used this plant from the seasons, and that must be the perfect opportunity to do that. So I might even do it like here. And apparently in this house we won't have all that much of landscaping, except if I go for debug, maybe I can place here just a couple of trees. So I did some of the landscaping. I've made it kind of similar to all of the landscaping I usually do somewhere around here in Newcrest. So now what is left is just some terrain paint. So I'm just gonna add some shadows underneath of the house so that it doesn't look so flat as it does now. And I'm not saying that it is a good landscaping, it's just landscaping. We have some plants around here. No rocks though, because I just think that rocks in the base game at least they do cost money and I don't want to spend money on the rocks. So this must be done now. So this is the house on the exterior, and I think I'm gonna give you a quick tour. So this is our exterior. We go for a lot of modern style with some like classical landscaping. It's classical me landscaping, I would say. I'm gonna place here one more plant. It's gonna look better this way, a little bit more filled. And we have some red, some whites, and blue flowers, so it all looks nice and cozy. We have a modern mailbox. We have normal trash can, which is kind of not a necessity in here because we have a cheap trash can, the new one, and it's kind of accessible for everybody right now, so that's a little bit weird, but that's what it is. And this is our inside. So we have this entryway, like modern door from the Gate Famous, and here we have just some simple entryway on the inside, some shoes, a mirror, an ottoman, and a plant, so it looks cute. And also we have a call track. It's going to be in white on the gallery, not worry about that. I still did not upload it. It's going to be uploaded after I give you a quick tour. So in here we have our living room. It's kind of a weird of a living room because we have here this bookshelf, TV, some books, some more books, plant, lamp, plant, dog, and that's it. And a couple of cheap couches. This is a cheap furniture, of course, but I was kind of running out of money already by the time I came for the living room. And that's visible by our dining room because in here I was not running out of money because you see, we have kind of an expensive trash can in here. We have some not that cheap of a kitchen set in here as well. Also, this dining area, it doesn't look as cheap as well, I think, for you. And oh, I've messed up again, messed up again, messed up again. Lucky for you, I did not upload it to the gallery yet, so it's not messed up in there. And in here we have some clutter around in the kitchen. We don't have the cheapest appliances, but it is like second cheapest appliances in the base game. We have modern looking kitchen around here, so it all looks nice. We have mostly brown in the kitchen and yellow in the dining and other stuff. Like yellow is the accent color of this house. On the outside from here we have a couple of patio chairs, we have a chess table so you can build up your chess skills. Here also we have a couple of planters so you can also build your gardening skill. And upstairs throughout this staircase we have a lofted bedroom. It has yellow as its main color. Of course, it doesn't have any wall decor, but as a wall decor, we have these statement walls. We have a corkboard, but we do not have a computer, so that was a kind of a flop. But if you will want to, you will just be able to play here for maybe some time. And it is not the cheap of a house, by the way. It's 40k house, so you will need to play for a while to live in this house first. But then you will need to play for a little bit more to place here a computer. And we have kind of a cohesive set of a bedroom because it's all from one package, just Dream Home Decorator. We have a dresser, we have a mirror, and here we have our only bathroom for this house. In the bathroom we have simple wall tile and we have some simple furniture on here like a toilet, a sink, and a shower, and a plant, and some decor. All accessories. And on the outside of our bedroom, I like this part a lot, but in here we have a telescope, and also in here we have a couple of more planters, so you can build up some of your skills. And it's like we have a couple of balconies in this house. So this is pretty much the house. It's modern looking 40k house for Newcrest. It kind of matches the area around. It does look a little bit out of space. So I think that it was kind of a nice of a house, except for the living room because it was a flop. I did not have enough money to do it the way I wanted it to. And of course, I wanted to buy it a piece that was too much for me to chew because I wanted to have here a backyard and I have two simoleons left. And no even sign of a backyard. So it was empty hopes that did not come to life. So unfortunately. So I'm gonna post it on the gallery now. It's gonna be 40k for asphalt abodes. And it has one bedroom, it has one bathroom, it has no backyard, no side yard, but it kind of looks fancy in the front, and that's all I can tell about that. So I think that it must be. Thank you all for watching, and if you like videos like that, you can subscribe to my channel. And as it's now out in the air, out in the gallery, I think that I'm gonna tell you goodbye.